Hey guys, so today I'm in a city called Olomouc in the southeast of the Czech Republic, and I've come to check out this 13th century historic beautiful city. So we'll start the tour at the main market square of the city, and we'll take you for a walk around and show you the main attractions here at the main square. So this is the 6th biggest city in the Czech Republic, and it has a population of over 100,000 people. But it's very interesting because 23% of the population here in Olomouc are actually students. It's one of the most popular student cities in the Czech Republic. And there's over 23,000 students living in this city. So last night I arrived here and I just walked around, and before I'd been to any pubs, I walk out the hotel and there's a student rock festival on at the Palazzo University. And it was absolutely rocking with all the live bands on, and there's very good nightlife down here in Olomouc as well, so I do recommend it. But we'll start the tour here looking at the town hall in the center of the main square. So this is the main town hall of the city. It's absolutely fantastic architecture, and if you look up at the top on the left side, you can see the clock tower. Now that's it's a socialist clock tower that was built 50 odd years ago, and the tourist information building is actually inside there. So that's where you go. When you first arrive, just head to the tourist information. They'll tell you what to do and where to go, and there's many free things that you can visit here in the city as well without spending any money. So they'll tell you all that when you first arrive. But if we swing round to the right side here, we've got the Trinity Column, which is the main tourist attraction of the city. It's from the 18th century, and it's UNESCO protected. You've got 30 different sculptures on the column, and they look absolutely fantastic. It goes up 35 meters high, and when you look up close, it looks even better. Let's get closer for you. The weather's really nice. It's in May. It's the 4th of May today. It's about 18 degrees. It's sunny, it's fresh, it's just absolutely lovely. And this is a really big main market square, by the way, guys. It's a bit like the square in Krakow in Poland, and it's a bit like the square in Prague in the Czech as well. But most of the tourists here go to Prague. It's really commercial. There's over 20 million tourists a year going to Prague. But this is like, it's undiscovered. It's like a hidden gem for tourists, really. There's no airport here in Olomouc, so people fly into Ostrava Airport. And Ostrava Airport is about 1 hour from here. Or you can fly to Prague, which is about 3.5 hours on the train from here. I believe there's now a fast train that takes about 2 hours as well, or 2.5 hours. Or you could also fly to Krakow in Poland, and it's about 3.5 hours on the bus from Krakow. So I got the bus here yesterday from Krakow, and I used that Flexbus, and it was quite comfortable, 3.5 hours. You can also fly to Katowice Airport in Poland to get here, and it's the same, about 3.5 hours away, and it's definitely worth a visit. Because if you come here, it's also about 50% cheaper than Prague and Krakow for prices. A pint of beer is about €2. And Czech Republic is famous for having the best beer in the whole world. They brew it in a fresh way without chemicals. And you must try a Pilsner Urquell when you come here. And they have some fantastic local beers as well, like Bernard beer is really nice. They have lots of craft pubs here where they make local craft beer from Olomouc. And I like the colors of the buildings. I mean, you can see the one straight ahead, it's blue. And then there's one to the right side, and it's like a peach color. And they love architecture here. I mean, all the buildings are beautiful. The one to the left side here is like pink and white. The facades are really impressive. And the streets are all cobbled, so you tend to trip over sometimes here when you walk around. But it looks really nice. But ladies, don't wear high heels here because you will fall over. You will have slips and trips. And you can see all the traditional shields on the outside of the town hall there. and the entrance to the town hall there in the center. So this city is famous for the smelly cheese. They say they've got different two types of cheese here that people taste when they come here. One is the, I believe it's the Tvardi cheese, and there's another cheese as well. I've forgotten the name, but do ask for the local cheeses. And they say it smells like smelly feet. It's really smelly. Some of the smelliest cheese they have here in the Czech Republic and in the world. And it's supposed to be really tasty, so you must try that when you come here, guys. And there's all of these lovely terraces around town here where you can sit and people watch. I just had a nice coffee before as well. And it cost me about £2 for a coffee. In Polish zloty, it would be about 10 Polish zloty for a coffee here. But if you go to a place, a commercial place like Starbucks, it was more than £3 for a coffee. So it was quite expensive for coffee. But the beer was very cheap, very, very cheap actually. It was about €2 for a pint of beer. And the alcoholic drinks are very reasonable here. The prices in the restaurants, you can get a meal for about £7 or £8 here. So that's about €9. You can get a really good meal here. But if you go in the daytime to the restaurants, they have a daytime menu between 12 and 3 or 12 and 4 that all the locals go to, and you can eat in the nicest restaurants for a very reasonable reduced price. So that's a tip. Just ask any restaurant for their daytime menu here and you get a big discount. For example, I found a restaurant before from Nepal, and it's just down here on the right side, and they have an all-you-can-eat lunch for about £6 or £7, and you get your naan bread, your curry, your rice, and you can eat what you want for about £6 or £7. So this city's got lots and lots of museums, and I recommend you go to the museum where they have the old castle, the Archdeaconry Museum, and that museum is fantastic because you can see the foundations of the castle there as well. But there's lots and lots of different museums here in this city. And let's have a look at that spire above. On the top of the town hall, and we can swing round and move down this cobbled street now. So you can get a hotel here for about £50 a night. I looked at the hotels, most of them are around £50 a night. You can get a budget hotel for about £35 or £40 a night, or you can get a hostel bed for around £20 a night here. So here's a nice bistro with a terrace. If you come here in the summertime, it's a lovely time because they have lots of terraces outside where you can sit outside and drink a Pilsner Urquell or try one of these fantastic Czech beers. Now, when you're here, I recommend you ask for the Czech goulash. That's what people eat here. And it's a rich gravy type stew dish with pork in and red and green peppers. And it's absolutely delicious, and you must try it. I saw one down the road, and they're charging about £6 or £7 for a Czech goulash. So I think I'll try that later on. Let's focus here on the architecture of this lovely square. So this extends off the main market square, and you get to another big square here. It reminds me in many ways of Poland, really. It's very similar to cities like Wrocław and Krakow and those type of cities. Very, very similar to Prague. But you can avoid the masses of tourists you have in Prague. So that's a real benefit of being here as well. And there's lots of festivals on here. Like right now, it's the University Rock Festival. So there was like thousands and thousands of people watching the live bands last night. It was absolutely rocking. And apparently people come here from all over the world to study. Lots of people come from as far as Asia to study here as well. That's what they told me yesterday. And it's famous for the Science University here as well, where if you go to the Science University, it's got a viewpoint. Anybody can go, you don't have to be a student, and you'll get a view from high above of the whole city from the Science University, from the viewing platform above. Here we have another nice statue in the square. And let's focus on the facades of these buildings. And I'd say May is a lovely time to come here because the weather is perfect. It's about 20 degrees every day through May. And June is very similar as well. And it has a hotter summer than England. It's nice and hot and sunny through the summer here, maybe 25, 30 degrees. And restaurants and bars line the square. We've got restaurants from Greece, from India, from Nepal. We've got sushi places. We've got Czech food places. There's plenty of places. If you're a foodie, you're going to love it here, guys. There's plenty of places to eat. So guys, thank you very much for watching my guided tour today. Please give me some likes and some comments and some ideas as well. And please subscribe to my YouTube channel at Travel with Col. And that's Col with a C-O-L. Cheers, guys. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.